Good morning. Welcome to more EXOS with Adidas runners. Thank you for joining me. If you're joining me live here, hopefully you had a great weekend, made the most of the weather. Not too good outside today, so great that you're here. We're actually able to still get some work done to help you recover from whatever it is that you racked up on the weekend. If you're joining not live and you're watching this back, thank you as well for joining. The support is always greatly appreciated. So today, to kick off the week, we're going to go through our mobility routine. So we're going to use this to act as a recovery. In your training plan, you've got the long runs on the weekend. You build up that mileage. So we want to make sure your body is fully regenerated and ready to take on the training of this week to come. So you don't need any equipment. Again, today we're just going to use the floor space and your own body. But we're going to start, as always, down on the ground. So I just want you to lay down. So make sure you've got enough space there so you can lay down on your back. And that's where we're going to begin. So as we lay down on the back, I just want you to keep a nice soft focus and take some deep breaths, trying to take it in through your nose and then out through your mouth. Don't worry about counting, just in through the nose, tummy rises, and out through your mouth, tummy falls down. If you want to place your hand on your tummy and your chest, you'll feel the tummy rise as you breathe in, followed by the chest, and then it all just goes down as you breathe out. We'll get used to that in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just two more. And next, bring your knees in towards your chest. So go to a comfortable position for your hips. If you're in a position where you feel like it's pinching, just change the angle. Everyone's hip socket is different. But knees high and tight into your chest. And we're just going to make some circles. So we're going to go around in a clockwise direction. And as you hit the top of that circle, you pull your knees tight, tight, tight. And feel your lower back flatten out into the ground. Slow, big circles. And then we'll go the other way. So we'll go counterclockwise. Still trying to work on that breath. As you work through the breath, in through your nose, out through your mouth, focus on that sensation of your lower back connecting with the ground at the top of your circle. And hold it there. We're going to keep a hold of the right leg. Let the left leg fall to the ground. Breathe in. As you breathe out, press the left leg, the straight leg, into the floor. Hug the top knee high and tight. We're going to bring the left leg up. Release the right leg and repeat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press down and pull up. We're going to keep alternating. Go at your own speed, but a breath in and out in each knee hug position. You're going to go for a total of 5 on each side. Finishing again with those knees together. We just do 2 big circles in each direction. And then we let 1 foot fall to the ground. So we're going to place the heel into the ground about 15 to 20 centimeters away from your bottom, still holding the other leg towards your chest. We're going to push the knee so the leg is on the ground. That knee is going to drive forward. I want you to try and point that knee as far away from your hip as you can. You come up into a glute bridge-like position and get a little stretch maybe on the hip flexor of that grounded leg. We're just going to do that 5 times. Push the knee away. Limit how high you can go by having that knee pulled up high to your chest. So it works with your true range at the hip. Now when you've done 5, do the same on the other side. Pull the knee high and tight. On the top end and on the bottom end, send that knee forward. Five reps. Switch back to the first leg. Straighten the leg out again. And now grip behind your thigh. We're going to go with a bent knee hamstring stretch, driving your heel to the sky. 2-second pause before you release. So as before, it's about a breath in and out. Breathe in as it bends down. Breathe out as you drive that heel to the sky. We get 8 reps of this one. Don't force it. Just go to the first point of tension. Remember, we're recovering. One more. And when you've done your 8, just switch. Repeat the same thing on the other leg. High and tight. Breathing out. Drive your heel to the sky. And while we're laying here then on the ground, I'm going to raise both legs up. They don't have to be vertical straight to the sky, but as high as you can go, arms in whatever position is comfortable for you. And as you breathe out, you're going to lower one leg to the ground, lift it back up. Take it slow. I'm just going to get 4 on each side. Feel the control in your core muscles. That midsection of and then lower both legs to the ground when you've done 8 for each side. Lay on to your side. So as you lay onto your side, take your bottom leg to 90 degrees at the hip and knee. Take a hold of your ankle at the top leg. Post up on your shoulder so you're in a natural, neutral spine. We're not just going to drop the hip to the ground. There should be a gap beneath. And then you're going to push that top leg back. So using your glute, like you're driving your knee to the wall behind you. When you reach your end range, and you can't push any further, that's where the hand is going to pull a little at the end. So you're going back under your own force, under your own control, pull a little at the end. You get that 2 seconds again. Breathe in, breathe out. 8 each side. Quads, hip flexors, where you hold your tension, start to feel it along the front of your thigh. And when you've done your 8, switch the sides, roll over, same thing. Post yourself up on your shoulder, you have that natural gap in your neutral spine, so your hip is elevated. Ankle, push back under your own force, pull at the end. When you've done your 8 reps there, we're going to switch the leg that's up at 90 degrees. So the top leg is going to come knee to the ground. If you wish, you can put your hand there just to keep that pressure down. What we're going to do is take the top hand, if I was using the clock analogy again, and point in towards 3 o'clock. Then going to sweep via 12, keeping this knee on the ground, all the way around to point to 9, top shoulder, as far to the floor as you can get, and then swim back through the middle. So going 3 to 9, 5 times. And the same thing, roll over, do the same thing on the other side, natural gap between your hip and the floor. Good job. Okay, from there, we're going to come up into our shin box position or our 90-90 sit. So you can see where my legs are posted, hips and knees at 90, torso as upright as can be. When we initiate this movement, we want to push our butt back, which is going to allow you not to curl forward, but to fold forward at the hip. You come into a little stretch on the outside of the glute, on that front side. And then we are going to rise back up, open back leg first. So you come into a bear sit position, chest up, deep breath in, deep breath out, over to the other side. Same thing. Butt goes back, fold on the hip, rise up, bear sit. If you want, if you got good control and range, challenge yourself to take the arms away. But that's next level. That's taking it up to something a little bit more challenging, where we're using more neuromuscular control. Your choice. If you're able to maintain your neutral spine, your balance, to rock from one side to the other, go ahead and do so. It's not necessary. We are only recovering. But the option is there. And when you've done 5 on each side, we're going to come from a seated position to a kneeling position. One that's become a little bit of a staple of these recovery sessions. If you can get yourself close to a wall, go and do that. The wall will act as an additional guide for you. If you don't have the wall, don't worry. You can still get into this half kneeling position with your tail tucked, arms out in front. You guys that have been showing up regularly, you know what's coming. That inside arm is going to sweep up over the top. And again, like on a clock, I'm going between 3 and 9 or 9 and 3, and then back over in front. Keep your tail tucked. So each time you return back to that start position, reset, tuck your tail under, so you bring in the hip flexors into a stretch. We're going to get 8 reps. So we're trying to hold that hip flexor stretch for quite some time. We want to make it active. And then spin to the same on the other side. Set your position, 90 degrees, tail tucked. Breathing out as you work through that rotation. Remember, the wall is there to guide you, effectively stop you cheating. Eight reps. And then we're going to bring it up onto our feet. We're almost done. So into our hand walk next. Feet beneath your hips. You try and keep your legs relatively straight. They don't have to be locked at the knee. So you can be soft. But as we walk forward with our hands, we want to feel a little tension along the back of our legs. We get out towards a push-up position. Shoot your butt to the sky. And again, in this position, this downward dog position, tuck your tail a little. And then when you're there, pump your heels into the ground. Just 3 on each side. Then we'll drop it back into a push-up position, bringing your right leg outside your right hand. From here, we go world's greatest. Elbow to instep. Let's get not 1, but 2 rotations. Hand comes outside the foot. Shoot your butt back and to the sky. Again, twice. And then we'll drop that leg back and repeat our downward dog position. Tuck your tail under, pump your heels into the ground. 3 on each side. And this time, push-up position, left foot outside your left hand. We'll get that double rotation. We get a double, shooting your hips back. And then we'll drop back. Downward dog. You see where we're going. We're going to repeat. So we've done this twice on each side. Remember, when you hit this world's greatest stretch position, we're trying to get a straight line from head to heel. So we're really trying to get as long as possible. Last time for me. And on this last one, walk your hands back towards your feet. You're going to peel up to the sky. Whoa. All right, and our movement for the day is done. So hopefully you feel a little bit looser. The blood is flowing around your body a little bit more. We hit different positions, different patterns that we're becoming more familiar with now. Hopefully we'll get you guys back in the gym very soon. Appreciate, as always, your support and your attendance here. Really hope you guys are finding benefit from this. Reach out to us. You can leave a comment or shoot me an email if you have any questions. Thank you again for your time today. Take care and look after yourselves as you train throughout this week.